Good evening, everybody. I also want to warmly welcome you all for this special retreat, the Noble Eightfold Path retreat. The Noble Eightfold Path is the path that the Buddha taught us. The Buddha said this is the best path, best way. Magga Nattangiko Setto, all path, this is the best. Why? It is this path that leads us directly to the full bliss, ultimate bliss of Nibbana. That is why it is the best path, best way, which is the middle way. As the Buddha avoided extremes and he rediscovered this path, which is called middle path, middle way. It is a rediscovery. The Buddha himself said that it was a Puranang Anjasang. Purana means ancient path. Puranang Anjasang means ancient path. So the Buddha taught us this path as the way to peace, way to the ultimate bliss. So during this week, you have 5 full days to practice. 5 days, full days to practice. So during these 5 days, we all want to dedicate for this purpose. That's why you all came here to practice with us. We all are going to practice. I guess you all have already received what the necessary information. All information must have been given by these coordinators, Bhante Seelananda and Bhante Dhamma, and also Arash, our work manager. So whenever you need more information, you can come up and ask. So the path, this Noble Eightfold Path, as the 4th factor of Four Noble Truth, we have to practice this, we have to develop this. This path, the Buddha said, this path is the path to develop. Once a certain man, a Brahmin, went to meet the Venerable Ananda. That was not long after the passing away of the Buddha. The Buddha passed away, and then still the people feel that there is something void. The Buddha is no more. The people think that, no more, no other monk to help us. That is how the worldlings think. So one person named Gopaka Moggallana, when he met this Bhante Venerable Ananda, he asked Bhante, is there any other monk who is entirely, perfectly the same with the Buddha? Is there any other monk now? Then Venerable Ananda said, no, there is no such other monk. Buddha is unique. Buddha is the unique being. So then there was another person, and he asked then, Bhante, has the Buddha appointed another person, another monk? Then Venerable Ananda said, no, there is no such appointment. Then he asked, then has the Sangha, as the community, has appointed another monk? No such monk. But they asked, then what is the cause, what is the reason for this concord, the monks, they live in concord, they live in peacefully, they live together amicably, they live in concord. What is the reason? Then Venerable Ananda said, it is because of this Dhamma. Dhamma is the important thing. Buddha was born, he discovered this Dhamma and he taught this Dhamma. So Dhamma exists. That is the important thing. So we all practice the same Dhamma. When we practice the same Dhamma, we all can reach the same point. That is the important thing to be understood. So, according to this particular story, you can even read this discourse, story from the discourse named Gopaka Moggallana Sutta from Majjhima Nikaya, Middle Length Saints, Sutta number 108, where he pointed out the difference between the Buddha and other monks. Venerable Ananda said, Buddha is the knower of the path. He was the arouser of the path, which was not the reason. He is the arouser of the path. He is the producer of the path. He is the knower of the path. He is skilled in the path. He is the shower of the path, like that. The Magga Kai, Magga Nyu, Magga Kovido. Magga means path. So he is the shower, he is the knower, he is skilled in path. That is why we have to practice this path. We all are the followers, simply we follow this path. That is the difference. So as we follow the Buddha as our refuge, Dhamma as our refuge, Sangha as our refuge, they are matchless. Buddha is our matchless refuge. Dhamma is the matchless refuge. Sangha is the matchless refuge. Triple gem. We follow this triple gem, and when we follow this triple gem, we can practice, develop this path. Buddha, one day, he delivered a special discourse named Guest House. You know, when there is a guest house, anybody can come and stay there. No differences. People come from different directions, from all walks of life. They come and stay there. So, like that, when we practice, the Buddha said, when we practice, develop this Dhamma, we all are the same. We all practice the same thing. So when we practice this Dhamma, the purpose of practicing is very clearly given. The purpose of practicing is to comprehend what is to be comprehended, to abandon what is to be abandoned, to realize what is to be realized, and to develop what is to be developed. So what is to be comprehended, what is to be understood. The Buddha said that these 5 aggregates affected by clinging, these are the things to be understood by practicing, by developing, by meditation. These 5 aggregates are to be understood as dukkha. Then what is to be abandoned? The craving. Craving together with ignorance is to be understood, to be abandoned. To be abandoned. Craving is to be abandoned. Craving is always connected, dependent on ignorance. It is to be understood. Craving is to be understood and abandoned. Then what is to be realized? The liberation, right knowledge and right liberation. These are the things to be realized. Right knowledge, 4 noble truths again, and right liberation. Right liberation is to be realized. Then what is to be developed? Meditation. Both, Buddha said, samatho cha vipassana cha. Practice both serenity and insight. Develop serenity and insight. That is the way to develop this Noble Eightfold path. So friends, if we developed both serenity and insight, we can understand this Noble Eightfold Path as the path for the attainment of enlightenment, the path for peaceful living here in this very world, and one day to realize Nibbana, the highest bliss. So this is why we all are here. Let's all together practice, and as the first thing to practice, let's observe precepts. Precepts are very important. So usually we observe 8 precepts and then we practice, we continue the same precepts for throughout the retreat, and we practice. So let's all together practice. By practicing this meditation, developing this path as the Noble Eightfold Path taught by the Buddha, we all can acquire a great deal of merit. By the power of all this merit, may we all attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. With that good thoughts, let's now observe 8 precepts. Please take your folder and start. You can recite the request. 8 precepts.